Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Camping. Tactical Nut here, and wanted to start a little discussion about a new series I want to start. Being here in the southern part of the United States, winter is really just getting underway, but this is supposed to be the worst winter that we've had since the 1940s. Now there's going to be colder and more snow. Now my whole life growing up, living down here, except for 4 years out of my life, you really haven't needed much winter gear, or at least good, heavy, high quality gear, because winter's so short that spending a lot of money on clothes you're going to wear for 2 months really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But since this is supposed to be, kind of an extreme case, now it's time for me and my family to gear up. The only problem is it can cost a lot of money to get all of the right equipment that you're going to need in cold weather. So what I want to try to do is teach you, or at least show you, how I found gear that is hopefully going to work out and pay off in the long run by keeping us warm and not having spent a lot of money doing it. Now, what I'm going to do is, as I find gear, I will let you know shortly after I've used it to let you know how it worked out. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, for the most part, I'm going to be looking for a lot of wool. Wool and nylon, wool under layers, base layers, and then nylon for outer layers. So to start off with, one thing I've already found that I've been using, I found this summer, was a pair, as you'll see, these are the convertible pants. They're 100% nylon, and this is the REI brand. And I got these at Goodwill, and they are practically brand new. I mean, not one thing off about it at all. It's almost like whoever had them first never wore them. As you can see it today, when I was wearing it. There's my pocket knife. I like these because they have a lot of pockets, a lot of zippered and Velcro options, but also they're really lightweight. And I wore them a lot this summer because they were lightweight. But, you can also turn them into a pair of pants. So I think this will be a good outer layer over some sort of base layer, or wool thermal underwears or something like that. Oh yeah, and by the way, $4. I checked REI's website for the exact same pair of pants. It's about $65. Pretty much brand new. Well, I mean, they look brand new. Look like they had never even really been worn. So $4 for $65 pants. Next awesome find, right here, a pair of, where's the name? You right here. Columbia ski pants. Now I already have a pair of ski bibs, but these were in such perfect shape. The only thing I could find wrong on them was this little spot here where the zipper had once gotten stuck on the lining. I just took a pair of pliers, pulled that off, and that is the only spot where it has any issues. But you got multiple zippered pockets, front and back, Velcro pockets. And of course, it's 100% nylon. They have the part that goes around your boot, and it snaps, and it's adjustable. So you got two there. That way to keep the snow out of your shoes. So I love that. And how much you ask? $4. Now the pair of, if I'm not mistaken, the ones that I saw that were the closest to these on different websites kind of average between $80 and $100. So $4 for what you would consider $80 to $100 pair of ski pants. Now that may be off. I wasn't exactly able, because I couldn't tell the exact brand. I didn't spend a whole lot of time looking. They could be a little less expensive, but Columbia, it's Columbia. I love their stuff. Just can be pricey sometimes. Next, by Patagonia. As you can see here, if I can get it close enough, 100% merino wool. Now, wool is an amazing insulator. Even wet can hold or retain 80% of its heat. So I'm going to go wool heavy for the whole family. This is 100%. Now I have other wool sweaters, but I usually hate wearing them because they're really, really itchy. But the advantage with merino wool is that it's really soft and doesn't itch. And I mean, this isn't really thick, but I mean, it's wool and it can be good added when you layer it like you should when you're going out into cold weather. So, awesome find there. Yes, $4 as well. So, grand total spent $12 on all pretty much brand new stuff. Now, the next thing I wanted to say, because I know these are perfect. I mean, I've loved them so far. And it's a thermal shirt and pants. The brand name is, as you'll see here, Indera, I think as you pronounce it. But these are 70% polyester and 30% wool. I wore these all last winter, and these did incredibly well. Extremely warm as a base layer, extremely warm to sleep in. Now it wasn't crazy cold last year, so I may need to get a heavier set with, well, I won't say heavier, but the higher wool content, because these are actually really lightweight. Roll it really small in a pack, which is nice. But a higher wool content to retain a little more heat, and if I'm not mistaken, these were like $12. But don't quote me on that. I got these as a gift, but I think I saw them the other day, and I think they were like $12 for the set, so not even each. Another part of gear that I like, wool socks, and these are Carhartt. These have worked outstanding all last winter. Wore them today. Feet were nice and toasty, and it's sometimes almost sweaty. I'm not sure the wool content on here, but I believe it's like 70%. But what I'm going to be doing with the family is hitting up, as you know, I use a lot of military surplus gear because a lot of it's extremely functional. I can get it cheaper. It's durable. And as I always say, if the soldiers trust their lives to it, I'll trust mine. But there's a lot of places that'll have wool socks, wool gloves. Gloves I need again because I destroyed my last pair skiing last year, so I no longer own a pair of winter gloves. So I'm looking at some wool of those, wool socks, more wool base layers, more wool sweaters, and then of course maybe, I already have a lot of jackets. I even have some military jackets, so I'm not really worried about the outer layer jackets. But when you got to buy for a whole family, that cost can add up real fast. So I hit Goodwill, I hit the Salvation Army on regular basis. So you may not be able to find the exact same prices that I am, but at least what I'm hoping you'll see is that by what the gear is made out of, or what the clothing is made out of, if I find that it works really well, you should too. So if you have 70% wool socks, I can tell you now, it doesn't matter almost what brand you have, 70% wool socks are going to be extremely warm. And that's really important because brand name doesn't always mean it's the best. It's looking what it's made out of. Now, sometimes the quality of the craftsmanship may be a little crappy, but basically when you're looking for, like you look at these pants, they're nylon pants. They're great outerwear. They dry fast when they get wet. So it's a good outer layer to wear, but it almost doesn't matter what brand it is. If it's 100% nylon, it's a good outer layer. Sorry, toe's getting tied up. So, hope this is helping you. Please excuse the wall behind me. We just had this wall installed. This was a loft area in the house, so we still got some painting to do, a little more remodeling, and hopefully I will be able to have a room that I can almost designate just for reviews and stuff, and especially over the winter. I don't want to be outside. I'm very cold natured. I don't like the cold at all. So, take that in consideration. If I tell you something keeps you warm, it's going to probably keep everybody warm because I'm always really cold. Give me the heat, take the heat all day. Heat never bothers me. Cold sucks. So I'm going to gear up heavy. I'm going to get the family geared up heavy, and I'm going to take you along the way and hopefully help you find new stuff for you and your family so that you can enjoy the cold and still have a great time outside and not be stuck indoors all winter. All right? Well, talk to you next time, and always remember, be prepared and have fun.